I'm out here in the middle of the Serengeti, where only the strongest survive. The key to life is water. No, I'm just kidding. The current temperature is 101 degrees Fahrenheit. The low tonight will be 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna show you my warm weather sleep system. So the first thing I've done is I've gotten myself out of that hot sun, and I found this beautiful tree right behind me here. It's gonna give me lots of shade. And a big bonus is there is endless dried grass all over here. So this is gonna give us some real beautiful cushion to set up our sleep system on. Okay, the first thing you wanna do whenever you're camping under a tree is you wanna look up. And what we're looking for are called widowmakers. Okay, so a widowmaker is a branch that's about ready to break. And if it breaks and comes down and smushes you, you die, game over. So, first thing you do is always look up, inspect it, look for widowmakers. Okay, I've checked for my widowmakers, I feel secure. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check the ground. I'm gonna look for somewhere level, okay? I'm also gonna look for debris, right? I'll pick up anything like this that could possibly poke me, ruin my bivvy, ruin my tarp. So I wanna clear where I'm gonna bed down. I want it to be as, clear as possible. Now there is so much of this fresh cut grass that I really don't need to do much, but I'm just gonna gather it up and lay it down approximately where I'm gonna have my sleep mat. My warm weather sleep system is very basic. It's a Thermarest rollout mat, an Aquaquest Tarp, and a US Military Woobie or Poncho liner. Get it set up here. See here I've got the Thermarest attached with these Velcro straps, because this little backpack is not really built for what we're trying to do. So I simply attached 2 loops with paracord, and I found these Velcro straps. So they're dual, it's hook and loop. And you can simply run the strap through one of the buckles, and if you turn it the right way, it comes back and it attaches to itself. So now you have a little loop and you can attach things. So there's our Thermarest mat. Next up, on the top of the pack, I've got my cap, because I don't like to be cold, so I sleep in this. And I've got my Aquaquest Tarp, and it's in a dry bag. Now, I normally don't like dry bags, but when it comes to a tarp that could be wet after you use it, you need something to put it into so you don't contaminate the rest of your gear, right? So for this, I do carry a dry bag. This is our 9-foot by 9-foot ultralight Aquaquest Tarp. I think it weighs 1 pound, if I believe. I've had it for like 10 years. Beautiful gear. And then we've got my blanket, which is just a US Military Woobie. This is a pillowcase. So theoretically, if it's real hot, when it's down to 70 degrees at night, even this Woobie may be too much. So I carry the pillowcase because I can make a pillow, okay? Stuff it in there, I got a pillow. I did a video about my pillow. I'll leave a link to it here so you can check it out. So it's real basic. I'm just gonna lay down my Thermarest on this nice hay, this dry grass, grab my Woobie, grab my tarp. Now the tarp is huge. fold it in half. It has its benefits being that huge, trust me. There's some things it can do that a small tarp can't. That's about it. Get my gear on top. And I'm good to go, cowboy camping. Now what's important to me is that I've got multiple ways of egress, multiple ways to get out of here if something happens, okay? I've also got the tree right behind me, so that's giving me a little concealment, little cover. But if I need to, I can go that way, I can go that way, I can go this way. So that's important to me. Always look for ways before you pick your spot. Make sure you've got multiple ways to get out of it. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is how I sleep in these systems, what I've learned from my training. So there's all different kinds of situations you can find yourself in. Okay, basically there's permissive and non-permissive. Permissive is Disneyland, happy, joy, joy. You're camping with family and friends, everything's beautiful, right? Yay. Non-permissive is someone's trying to get you, okay? They're trying to find you, you're trying to hide, to stay alive. So, most of the stuff that I've done in training is non-permissive, okay? I mean, somebody's trying to get you. So I do not like to trap myself inside of sleeping bags or tents. So if I'm moving, it's always gonna be like this, pretty much. Got my sleeping pad. I would simply get inside. Got my Woobie. And I've got my tarp. I'm gonna use my sniper's veil as my little pillow. Put that on my backpack. Put on my hat because it's cold. And that's it. I'm gonna sleep just like this. Even when I use my bivy bag, I don't get in it. Even when I use my sleeping bag, I don't get in it. I put it on top, I open the zipper, because I want to be able to go right now, right? Because you got to remember, in this kind of training, we've got weapons, and we're hiding from people. So you need to be able to move right now, and you can't be inside of a sleeping bag. You know, you're basically just a little bullseye, you're trapped. You know, if I'm here, I'm in a sleeping bag, and I'm inside it, you know, I'm cocooned in there, and I hear something on the perimeter, or it's time to boogie, right? I got to get out, even if it's got the, you know, rip it, noise, get out, right? Versus you just lay things on top of yourself, right here, right? So the key word would be, you know, threat. So I got my gear, got my weapon. Threat. So I'm good to go. Instant. Versus if I'm inside of that bag and I'm zipped up, I'm basically just a little human piñata waiting to get beat. So I don't like to strap myself in. So I'm up, it's time to move. Grab my Woobie. Put that at the bottom, because I'm always gonna want my tarp first. Right? It starts raining. I want to get to that tarp immediately and drape it over myself and my gear. Get that in the bag. A wool cap. Take the sleep pad. Put it back onto my little concoction that I made here with the double-sided Velcro straps. You know, it doesn't work, but it does. It's good enough. Gets the job done. Ready to move. And that's it. It's a real quick down and dirty warm weather sleep system. Basically, you got a tarp, you got a Woobie or a blanket, you got something like a sniper's veil or a shamog. Make yourself a little pillow. Bring a pillowcase. Ultralight. Keep you warm, you know, when it's only getting down into the high 50s. or like tonight, 70 degrees at night, I don't even use the Woobie. Just the tarp, which is just a thin ripstop nylon, is plenty for me. Appreciate you watching. If you got value out of this, please subscribe, like, share, do all those fun things. Check you later.